support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
First game, Rustlers versus the Lennox Orioles. Got the chance to talk with the head coach for the Miller Rustlers, Christy Lanke. Coach, you guys are here tipping off for the SODAK. You guys are the first game to start. How does that feel?
We're excited. We're ready to just go in and get it done with and play some basketball.
Absolutely. Last time I talked to you was back in February 26th against Cheyenne Eagle View, and you guys won 57-34. What can you tell us about that game?
Oh, man, that was a fun game. Our girl came out right away, hot, high energy, and we just kept the tempo pretty much the whole game, and we had a lot of fun. That was a fun game.
Yeah, absolutely. Just calling the game was your girls had from start to finish as tip-off came into your girls' favor. It was just really nonstop. Your girls had from start to finish a great game, and especially from Kate Lichty, Paige Whirl, and Jolie Palmer, they had, from what I recorded, double scores, and absolutely they were on fire tonight. And what can you tell us about tonight?
We just got to come out hot on defense, and that's what we did against Eagle View. We ended up having 22 deflections, 22 steals. So if we can make things work on defense and capitalize off of that on offense, I think it's going to be a fun game.
And looking at my sheet for tonight, for the Orioles they had one loss on the road, and that was against you guys. I do believe. If I'm looking at it wrong, then
yep.
Maybe I was tired by that time. But yeah, no. Last time I checked for the Orioles, they had a pretty good streak coming on. They're coming on a 3-win game streak, 8-1 away and 10-2 at home. It's just they're kind of just matching your kind of just win-loss ratio. And yeah, I feel like this might be a good game. How do you have you looked at their their games recently? I can't just kind of just thinking what to do and what not to do for your players.
Yeah, I've watched 10 of their games. Pick up the energy on defense and drive and kick out to the three. So we're just gonna have to take away that three, defend the three, and make them beat us on the inside. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coach, any final thoughts before I send you back out?
No.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much, and good luck tonight.
That was head coach Christy Lanke, the head coach for the Miller Rustlers tonight. Always a pleasure to talk with her. Like I said, always a pleasure to talk with her, and especially with the coaches that I get to meet every time we come to a area game. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have your interview with the head coach for the Lennox Orioles, Adam Quayle. All of that to come in 1 minute. 1 minute here on Dakota Sports.
Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at huronregional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
Rocking Z Acres of Wessington provides USDA certified organic, SCI regenerative certified, and conventional crop production, balancing biology with fertility. They offer a full line of organic and conventional products for plant nutrition, plant health, and soil biology to help local producers, including amino protein products to stimulate biology and plant hormones, amino-chelated micronutrients, compost extracts derived from local sources, and kelp products. Rocking Z Acres is proud to support Huron and area high school sports.
Dakota Sports.
Getting set for game number 1 in the SODAK game tonight inside Madison High School Gymnasium. Talking with the head coach for the Lennox Orioles, Adam Quayle, for the girls' side. Coach, you guys are 18-3 overall in the season, 10-2 at home, 8-1 on the season. You guys are coming off on a 3-win game streak, and how do you feel about that?
Good. We've been playing well of late, so that's exciting. We've had some great days of practice, so it's about time to have another game that I think everyone's ready for.
And looking at your previous matches, you hosted Canton Seahawks on February 26th. Came out to Orioles, won 68-29, and what can you tell me about that game?
Yeah, so Canton and Lennox, that's kind of a rivalry. Close communities, both in the DAC-12 conference. So it's easy to get up for that game, and we were able to take control pretty early, and we played pretty well, and we were able to pull out the win.
Looking at from that game that night against Lennox versus Canton, I saw three girls that kind of just scored in the double points: Andy Peter, Keegan Stern, and Libby Kranz. What can you tell me about those girls?
Yeah, so the interesting thing about our team is that we've had 8 different girls lead us in scoring throughout the year. So we're pretty balanced. And it just depends on the matchups and the night about, who's going to score for us. But Andy Peters has been pretty constant. She's a senior for us. She's a 5-year starter. So we can always rely on her. We know that she's going to bring it every day. Keegan Sturm, really super sophomore for us. She's been playing well. And same with Libby Krantz. She has a great touch, a great shot from the perimeter, so she's fun to watch. On top of those two, we have some really good freshmen that we're excited for the upcoming years in Bergen Musser, Tori Gertis, and Addie McVeigh.
And then coming into tonight, you guys are taking on Miller Rustlers. Have you guys looked at the previous games that they've done before, especially with Cheyenne Eagle Butte and a few previous games before coming in tonight?
Yeah, they're going to be a tough matchup. What they got going for them is that they play 7 seniors. So they're extremely experienced. Those girls have been playing together since elementary school. So, they have a lot of pride coming into this game. They're strong, they're physical, they rebound well. So they're going to pose some difficulties for us. We're going to need to, try to hurry them up. We need to pressure them. We need to compete on the boards with them. And hopefully if we can do those things, good things will happen.
Coach, any final thoughts before I send you back out? All right, Coach, thank you so much. Good luck tonight.
That was head coach Adam Quayle for the Orioles. We're going to take a step back as the national anthem is going to be underway. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes here on Dakota Sports.
The certified public accountant firm of Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP can take care of your tax and accounting needs. Income tax preparation, computerized bookkeeping, audit and not audit financial statements, estate planning, just among the services offered by Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson. Wishing the best to the Miller Rustlers, Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP CPA firm of Miller.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The next time you're heading through Miller, make a stop at Pump and Pack. Fill up the tank or just top it off. Pump and Pack features gas, premium gas, and diesel too. Head inside for your favorite snacks and drinks. Pump and Pack is the place for hot stuffed pizza and hamburgers, breakfast foods, ice cream too. Miller Pump and Pack is proud to feature Bevo beef products, including ground beef steaks, jerky, and beef sticks. They're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Your locally owned and operated C-store. Pump and Pack, 709 North Broadway in Miller.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletes. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers from Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Here inside the Madison Gymnasium as SODAK will tip off tonight. There's more than one game starting here tonight at 5:30. There's Miller and Lennox versus Miller and Sioux Valley versus St. Thomas More. They're both starting at 5:30 tonight. That's at Chamberlain School District. Might as well take a look at your starting lineups for tonight. We'll start with the Miller Rustlers. At a forward, the 5'7" senior, number 10, Grayson Whirl. At a forward, the 5'11" senior, number 14, Kate Lichty. At a guard, the 5'10" senior, number 20, Paige Wordle. At a forward, number 30, Jolie Palmer. And at a forward, a 5'9" senior, number 50, Madeline Saenga. Head coach for the Rustlers is Christy Lanky. For the Lennox Orioles, at a guard, the 5'10" sophomore, number 3, Tegan Sturm. At a forward, the 5'11" freshman, number 12, Bergen Musser. At a guard, the 5'3" senior, number 24, Andy Peters. At a guard, the 5'6" junior, number 30, Carly Bosma. And finally, at a forward, 5'11" freshman, number 33, Tords. Head coach for them is Adam Quayle. As there's more looking at other games happening tonight. For the Class A girls, SODAK pairings tonight. Number 1, Hamlin taking on number 16, Sisseton at Watertown Arena. Number 2, Mapayalluda versus number 15, McCook Central Montrose at Todd County High School. Number 3, Wagner taking on number 4, Del Rapids at Irene Wakanda High School. Number 4, Sioux Valley versus number 13, St. Thomas More at Chamberlain High School. Number 6, Sioux Falls Christian versus number 11, Groton Area at Madison High School. That'll be later on here tonight after this game. Number 7, West Central Bridge at Chamberlain High School. And number 8, Rapid City Christian versus number 9, Lakota Tech at Wall High School. As we're taking a look still at the starting lineups for Miller. And looking around, not a bad crowd tonight, especially for the first game to tip off on the SODAK in Madison. Looking around, there's a pretty good hefty size of both sides, but it all comes down to the fan section for the student side, and I believe they got it. I think they're wearing all white tonight. And there's a pretty decent good crowd for the fan section, for the student section in Miller. So hey, I'd love to have the Miller section or the student sections from all over here tonight. Class B girls matchups here tonight. Number 1, Lyman versus number 16, McIntosh at Fort Pierre. Number 2, Parkson versus number 15, D. Smith at Mitchell High School. Number 3, Bennett County versus number 14, Ipswich at Winter High School. Number 4, Ethan versus number 13, Dewbrook at Parker High School. Number 5, Coleman Egan versus number 12, Warner at Huron Arena. Number 6, Harding County versus number 11, Jones County. Tory Gerdes, Tory Gerds, but no. Number 7, Centerville versus number 10, Highmore Herald at Mitchell High School. And number 8, Wabash Summit versus number 9, Corsica Stickney at Huron Arena. We'll have those scoreboard updates later on here tonight. Your officials of the game brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office. They are the law on the court. Your officials, Al Hansen, Brayton Mack, and Aaron Vandenberg. Those are your officials of the game brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office. They are the law on the court. And we have Kate Lichty and I believe number 33, Tori Gerdes for the tip-off. They're meeting in the middle. Miller remains. Waiting for tip-off to happen. 8 minutes on the clock. Start your first quarter. Referee in the middle of tip-off and underway here in the SODAK. Miller starts it off early. No good for a shot by Jolie Palmer. Orioles will have it. Tegan Sturm will lead on the court, now on the right. Passes it on the corner to Gerdes. Gerdes moving on inside. No good for Gerdes. Founded by Miller. Kate Lichty will have the ball. Throws it over to Paige Whirtle on the left. No good for a shot. Takes it over to the backboard. No good for a shot. Rebounded, swatted by Miller, but no. Lennox will get it. Now on the left wing. Now ball on the inside. No good for Musser. Actually, no. She'll get it on the left. Inside left corner. Miller. Already behind. Nothing to 2. And Orioles will have a full court press, which will lead to a timeout by Lanky. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here for now as we are less than a minute in here. 7:08 left for your first quarter action as it's 2-0. Orioles lead this game. But we are Grady Harrington with you still on the call as timeouts are out on the court with Miller. Finishing up with, as the Orioles finishing up their timeouts. Miller will still have the ball with Palmer will take it in on the inbound. She finds someone. She finds Paige. Moving on the right, inside on the lane. Trying to get up strong. No good. Rebounded by Gertis on the right. Moving in. Stopped. Moves on top on the Sturm. Now to Muster. Now it's going to be Bosma moving to left corner. No good. Three-pointer. No good by Peters. Saved. Lennox will still have the ball, and this time in the hands of Muster. Muster now back in line to Sturm. Sturm on top. Takes a three up in the middle. Gets it in. Bergen Muster for a three-pointer here tonight. Lennox still grabbed the ball. And Miller will do the same as Syanga will save the ball as it got tipped out of bounds, or tipped. Lichty now to Palmer on top of the key. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 6 minutes left in the first. She's moving on the right on the wing key. Bounce passes to Lichty, still now on the inside. Takes a shot, not even. Lennox will get it. There's a shot. Little Peters on the right wing. Thought about taking a shot. She'll move it in closer. Andy Peters for two. Make it 7-0. Rustlers are having a struggle here tonight. It's man-to-man defense by Lennox and tipped out, swatted, back in the hands of the Orioles, this time to Tori Gertis. Gertis throws it to Sturm. Sturm moving on the middle inside. No good. She throws it to Muster. Now back up to Bosma. Now back to Muster. Up Wayne moving on the inside. Left. Takes a shot. No good. She gets her own rebound and gets it to go. 9-0. 5:05 left here to go. Wordle throws it to Palmer. Palmer to Syanga right. And there you go. Madeline Syanga will flush out put in some on that dry spell for Miller. Passing to Muster. Now back up on top of the right. This time to Bosma. Bosma throws it over on the left wing, or right wing, excuse me. Now to Muster on the corner. Peters will take a three on the right wing. Outstanding by Lennox. 12-2 is your score as Miller are having a tough go on trying to get the ball out as ball tipped into Miller's hand. No, excuse me. Sturm will try to take a three beyond the arc on the right wing. No good. Now ball stolen this time by Peters. Peters to Sturm. No good. Back in the hands of Miller. It's a foul on the court. Soonans are not liking that call. 3. Keegan Sturm. Haley Wordle will check in for the Rustlers. Palmer. Now to Grayson. Grayson. To Lichty on the left. Now to Palmer. Moving on top of the key. Throws it over. Tried to throw it over to Page, but no good. Ends up in the hands of Lennox. To Addie McVeigh. Now in for the Orioles. Key. 3:37 is your score. Pass it on the right wing. This time to Peters. Peters moving on inside. No! Now in the hands of Miller. Wordle. Tried to throw it. Almost got it out of the bounds. No good. Haley Wordle will try to put it. No good. Cross cut. Ends up in the hands of Libby Kranz. Now another player back in the game. Wayne will get it to go by Andy Peters. Another three under her belt. As Miller having a tough go tonight. 15-2. Palmer passes it to Haley Wordle. Will get it. No good. Now back in the hands of Lennox. Bosma. Pass it off to Peters. Now back in. No one to beat her from Kranz, but no good. Ends up back in the hands of Miller. It's a man-on-man defense by Lennox. Lichty, a handoff to Palmer. Defense is cranked up to the 9s here tonight. As we now are having technical difficulties here tonight. As I just lost the board. As like I said, we're still having troubles here getting connected. On the way, no good. Foul. Really? You're kidding. Thanks to power. Great. Yeah, we might have to go through the phones for just for a bit, so because the hotspot is heating up, so you can connect this through. God damn it. Nothing. Back here inside the Madison Arena, as we've been having technical difficulties here tonight. As a shot goes up and no good, as Lennox will take on the line tonight. Up and no good by Tori Gertis. Miller will get it. Palmer tries to throw it over. Will get it to Haley Wordle. Now to Lichty on top of the key. Will get it for a three, and she'll get it. Kate Lichty for a three here tonight. That's what they need. 25 seconds left, 5-18 for the Rustlers. Get it over, throw into Lennox. Throw it over. And up and good by Olivia Niederbaumer. Here tonight. 6 seconds left. Palmer on the right wing. Figure out, she'll take a three. No good. That'll do it for today for the first quarter. 20-5, your score. Orioles lead this game. Again, my name is Grady Harrington. We're on the call for you tonight as we've been having some technical difficulties here tonight. Try to get everything back on ship shape here top here tonight. As get everything settled in. As like I said, so we've been having some trouble here, but hey, we'll try to get everything back on. We're on speakerphone right now. Hopefully everything is going okay. As both coaches are having words with their players, mostly with Christy Lanky for the Rustlers, trying to get her. They're off to a bad start here. 5-20 for them. For Lennox, it's the opposite story for them here tonight. Again, my name is Grady Harrington on the call for you tonight. We're trying to get everything back up and running on our clean feed, but slowly but surely we'll be here back on our reasonable clean feed here tonight. Second quarter action up and ready to go here tonight. Lennox will have it. Bosma on the right wing will take it. No, pass it to Sturm. Sturm on the left on top. Out of bounds. And Miller will have it. Here we go. Miller will have it. Had a heck of a time trying to get it over here. Miller. Palmer. Now on the inside. Will have it. And it'll have it with Paige Wordle. Well, with a point. Miller will have it. Throws it over into the hands of Lichty. Lichty will stop it inside on the paint. On the right, and grab, and it'll look like it'll be a jump ball. And it'll be Andy Peters with her first foul. Lennox will have it. Lennox moving onside. Left to right on your dial and your screen. 30 on the layup, and he'll get it good by Carly Bosma. Almost stolen by Lennox again, but no. Quick thinking by Paige Wordle. She'll go up, nope, and no good. As Paige Wordle will go on the line tonight to shoot. Up. Hits the rim. No cigar. Second shot incoming. Up and no good for Wordle. Sturm will take it. Moving in. It's on the left wing this time. Inside. This looks like it's going to be Bosma. Bosma will take it up for a shot. No good. And Saenga will fall down on the ground, and it'll still be Miller's ball. I mean, second team foul. For number 33, Tori Gertis. Miller having a heck of a go. It's 7-22 for Russ. 22-7 as the Orioles lead this game, as it's been nothing but net for the Orioles. Bergen Muster will get it for another point. Foul again. It's going to be Muster with her first foul. Four fouls already for the Orioles. One more, and they'll put Rustlers in the bonus. Wordle. Pass it over to Palmer on the right wing, on top of the right wing. Hands it back over to Haley Wordle. Over on, inside to Sayanga. Sayanga, turn around, no good for a shot. And players are on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to be a jump ball. And it'll stay with Miller, as Palmer will put in on the inbound. Palmer thought about taking Sayanga, but now Wordle and Bosma are on the ground, so it's going to be another jump ball. Jump ball, now it's going to be on the Orioles. Orioles will have on the inbound. Move it in. Hands it over to Peters on the right wing. Wordle will be on her. Now passes back up to Tegan Sturm on the top of the key. Move it in. Passes it in on the right wing to Peters. Peters thought about taking it for three. Moves on the inside. Tried to get it to Libby Kranz, but no. Tip out of bounds. Goal. Miller will have it. And timeout being taken by head coach Quayle for the Orioles. 30 seconds. We'll take it with them back here in 30 seconds. 30 seconds here on Dakota Sports. Or we'll keep it here. Like I said, we've been having some technical difficulties here tonight, as our clean feed was mistakenly just shut off on us. But hey, we'll keep it out. We'll keep it going as we'll try here tonight. Timeout out of the timeouts and back onto the court tonight. As it'll still be Miller's ball. Wordle. Now back to Lichty to Palmer. Now back to Lichty. Lichty being on defense by number 12, Bergen Muster. Muster will give it back. This time to Haley Wordle. Haley Wordle. Lichty will save it before going over on the over and back call. Now to Palmer on top of the key. And it looks like Lennox will steal the ball. Getting some substitutions in. Palmer will check out as Grayson Wordle will check back in. Lennox will have the ball. Bosma on the left wing. Now back on the right wing. This time in the hands of Sturm. I'll take it. McVeigh. Now back in the hands of Peters. Now to McVeigh. No, to Libby Kranz on the inside. Try to go out. No good. Now ball's on the right wing. Take a shot on the right wing for no good. By Andy Peters. Foul being called. It's a push foul. Foul's going to be on, I believe, number 4, Abby McVeigh. Her first foul of the night. As looked like it's Kate Litzy will be on the line tonight. First shot incoming. Up and good. Second shot incoming for Lichty. Lichty will get it. Kate Lichty she gone for 2 for 2 tonight. As ball will go on Lennox. A weird looking shot by Bergen Musser coming in on the inside of the left. Lennox will steal the ball again from the Rustlers. And this time really no one to beat by McVeigh, but McVeigh won't get it. Back in the hands of the Rustlers. It's time to Paige Wordle, moving on the left side. Moving in. She'll get it. Up and good. Here tonight, Paige Wordle for another point. Make it 26-11. Rustlers slowly and but surely trying to make a comeback from this. As Lennox will put the squeeze on them for the offense side. McVeigh on the right wing, moving on the inside into the left. Take a shot. Take a floater shot. Up and good. Make it 28-11. 17-point game. As ball now on the ground, so is number 30, Carly Bosma. As Jolie Palmer will check back in for the Rustlers, and a timeout's being taken. We're going to stay here, as like I said, we've been having some technical difficulties here tonight. And my name is Grady Harrington on the call for you tonight inside Madison Gymnasium as SODAK kick off here tonight. Other games happening for Class A girls SODAK. Number 1 Hamlin taking on number 16 Sisseton at Watertown Arena. Number 2 Mapaya versus number 15 Makuk Central Montrose at Todd County High School. Number 3 Wagner versus number 14 Del Rapids at Irene Wakanda. Number 4 Sioux Valley versus number 13 St. Thomas More at Chamberlain High School. Number 6 Sioux Falls Christian versus number 11 Groton Area at Madison High School. Number 7 West Central versus number 10 Mobridge at Chamberlain High School. And number 8 Rapid City Christian versus number 9 Lakota Tech at Wall High School. Class B SODAK games tonight. Number 1 Lyman versus number 16 McIntosh at Fort Pierre. Number 2 Parkson at number 15 D. Smith at Mitchell High School. Number 3 Bennett County at number 14 Ipswich at Winter High School. Number 4 Ethan versus number 13 Dubrook at Parker High School. Number 5 Coleman Egan versus number 12 Warner at Huron Arena. Number 6 Harding County versus number 11 Jones County at Spearfish High School. Number 7 Centerville versus number 10 Highmore Herald at Mitchell High School. And finally, number 8 Wabash Summit versus number 9 Corsica Stickney at Huron Arena. Out of the timeouts and back onto the court here tonight as it looked like number 45 Livia Niederbaumer will take a shot to go for the Orioles. Make it 30-11. Wordle having a tough go. Ball on the ground in the hands of the Lennox. But it'll be a jump ball. Still be on Miller. Palmer taking on the inbound. She'll give it to Paige. Paige on top of the key. Throws it to Grayson on the right wing. Now to Palmer on top. Now back to Grayson. Now ball got tipped back in the hands of the Orioles. Back in the hands. Give it to Carly Bosma for a up and go shot. They've been having a tough go for the Rustlers. Bounce passes to Lichty on the way left side. Screen action by Sanga. Kate Lichty will take a 3 on the right wing. Left wing, excuse me. She'll get it to go. Outstanding. She's got, I believe, 8 points under her belt so far. Make it 32-14. Kranz on the inside. Throws it over to Niederbaumer on the inside. Throws it in. And it's a charge call on the Orioles. believe it's a charge call. They're going to try to call it a charge call or a push. Either way, Olivia Niederbaumer, she's got a foul under her belt. Miller with Wordle, throws it over to Palmer on the right. Right wing moving on inside. Stopped by defense. Bounce passes it to Lichty on top of the right wing key. Moving on over. Thought about it. Sayenga on the left wing. Takes a three. Misses it. Hits the rim, though. Ball saved by Miller. But out of bounds and will lead into a Lennox ball. .130 left here to go in the second. As Orioles lead this game 32-14. Ball stolen. No, almost got stolen by Miller. That ends up back in the hands this time to Sturm. Sturm kicks it back out on top. This time to by herself, actually. No, actually to Kranz. And Sturm tried to take a three. No good. Lichty will have it. Run on the ball. Down to the court. Takes a shot. No good. Rebounded by Miller. Back up on top. This time to Sayenga. Thought about taking a three on the right wing. No good. Palmer now on the left wing on top. Almost got thrown. Ball tipped out. Now out of bounds as McVeigh tried to get it for the Orioles. No good. She got out on the ball. Leads it back into the Rustlers' hands. Palmer throws it to Sayenga on the left corner. Moving in. 45 seconds left. She's got it. No good. Throw it over. This time to Sturm. Takes a stop on the shot. No good. Misses it. Gets stuffed by Miller. Miller, throw it over to Paige Wordle on the right. Inside. Takes a shot. Gets it in. A splash. Done by Paige Wordle. McVeigh. Now to a handoff to Gertis. Gertis back to McVeigh. Now on top, moving inside on the right. Gives it back to Gertis. Moving in. 3 seconds. Kranz takes a three-pointer shot, and that'll do it. That'll do it for second quarter action. Your score going into halftime, 35-16. And yikes, Lennox Orioles is over on top over the Miller Rustlers. Rustlers have a lot of things. They got a lot of work to do here tonight to just try to get back up on top into where Orioles are at. But yeah, it's tough here tonight. My name is Gray Harrington, joining you once again on the call tonight as we kick off on the SODAK 16 tonight. There is more than one game happening here tonight. After this game, there is Sioux Falls Christian, number 16, taking on number 11, Groton area. All at Madison High School following this game tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have your stats and your scoreboard update brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. You can call Lori at 605-883-HAIR. Again, you can call them at 605-883-HAIR. Like I said, we'll be back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes here on Dakota Sports. All right, back here again, I guess. We'll keep going here tonight. As, like I said, we've just been having technical difficulties from almost a little bit into the end of the first quarter here tonight. As, like I said, we've just been having trouble from the get-go, and we've been having slow connections from start to finish tonight, which is fine. It's been a while since I've had to use the phone here tonight. Last time I had these phone was, I believe, Hitchcock to Lair versus Wolsey Wessington. That was way back in late February, but who well here tonight. Take a look at your stats here tonight, as it's 16-35 as Rustlers are trailing behind against Lennox Orioles. As for Lennox, they've just been having a field day here tonight, which is utterly insane. Might as well look at that scoreboard update brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. You can call Lori at 605-883-HAIR. Again, 605-883-HAIR. Looking around here tonight. There was another game starting alongside Lennox and Miller. Sioux Valley versus number 13, St. Thomas More. End of the first period. Sioux Valley leading over St. Thomas More 30-13. And we do have other games happening tonight. Well, actually, no. Game starting at 6 o'clock tonight. Mapayalluda versus Makuk Central Montrose. It's starting at 6 o'clock. That's the only game that I've pretty much been looking at here. Let's see. Class B happening tonight. Parkston over D. Smith so far, and 1 minute left in the second quarter, 18-16. And Wabe Summit trailing behind Corsica Stickney, 15-19. End of the first half. As we might have an upset here tonight in Class B, Corsica Stickney, they're number 9, Wabe Summit, number 8. So they are the other game happening tonight. That's pretty much it for tonight. Boys still got a few more games. They are they still have regions starting on tomorrow. I got a few games calling for them on the Huron Arena. We are starting at, I believe, 5? Around 5-ish, around 5:40 being a tip-off time, with the first game being, I believe, I can't tell on the top of my head so far, but we do have stats here inside tonight. Like I said, let's start with the Miller team. They are shooting for 6 for 16 so far. They're shooting 37%. For three-pointers, they went 2 for 4. They are shooting 50%. For free throws, they are 2 for 4 here tonight. So they are shooting for 50%. As for Lennox, this is a different story. They're 15 for 27 on the field goal range. They're shooting almost 56%. Over on the three-pointers, they are 5 for 10 tonight. They're shooting 50%. And free throws, they are 0 for 2 so far here tonight. Your lead scorer so far is, looking around there, total points, 8 points. Done by Andy Peters. She's got 8 points. Bergen Muster with 6 points. And 5 points by Addie McVeigh. Absolutely astounding. For Miller, they are lead scorers tonight. 8 points by Kate Lichty, 6 points by Paige Wordle, and 2 points by Madeline Saga. Those are pretty much your only scores that shot for Miller here tonight, which is kind of insane, as we've been having, Miller has been having a tough go at it here tonight. As it's a pretty good crowd here tonight, especially for a doubleheader game. As looking around, as I'm in a press box here, first time in a little while since I've been done a game in a press box. Last time I will say was, let's say back at US University of South Dakota, when I used to call some of the girls and boys games. I would call it a press box, in my opinion. Other than that, this is my first time officially in a press box, so hey, I feel excited. Like I said, Miller has been having a tough go at it here tonight, as they made 5 points in the first quarter. Lennox for 20. 11 points for Miller in the second quarter, 15 points for Lennox. So, it's been having a tough go at it here so far tonight, especially for Miller, as the Orioles come back out of the locker room. Now they're going to be shooting around, as we got 3 minutes left here to go here inside tonight, here inside the Madison Gymnasium. Like I said, this is my farthest trip I took so far as I travel for area games. But yeah, Lennox shooting around here tonight. As I can see, head coach Adam Quayle coming back out with his assistant coaches. With 2:22 left here to go tonight. Like I said, we've been having trouble with the connection stream here tonight, as I guess our Ethernet or our cable or our hotbox or our box for our making sure we're connected for these games are not doing well, as it's overheating. I don't know why. It's really happened a few times before, but other than that, it's been just kind of it's been bad here tonight. But hey, I'm here. It's been not the first time I had to deal with this. And I see Miller coming back onto the court from the locker rooms. As we got a minute and 27 left here to go before third quarter action starts here tonight. I almost said I don't see Christy Lanky, but no, I do see her, head coach for the Rustlers. I see her and her coach assistant coach. Don't forget, tonight we do have another game happening here inside the Madison High School. Number 6, Sioux Falls Christian taking on number 11, Groton area. All coming up after this game. Less than a minute to go before third quarter action starts. As we do, taking a look at anything else in the stat sheets. Largest lead was Lennox by 21 points in the second, with Miller none. Oh, let's see here. I'm looking for... That's pretty much going to be it for the stat sheet that I got so far. That scoreboard update brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. You can call Lori at the Mirror Family Hair Care at 605-883-HAIR. Again, 605-883-HAIR. As we're winding down on the clock to start third quarter action, we believe we have starting 5 both on the court tonight for both Miller and Lennox. As we do have a good crowd here tonight I believe for both games. And it's going to be Oriole ball to take this game. They're moving right to left here on your dial and on your screen if you're listening to us on KOKK on our radio or on our YouTube live. It will be Sturm taking it up. Now back on top. Now it's going to be number 33, Tori Gertis. Gertis, hand off to Mustard. Mustard taking it on the inside on the left. Layup, gets it to go. Gonna be Paige Ward will bounce passes it to try to Palmer, but no good. Stolen by Muster. She gets it to go for another layup. Absolutely diabolical by Lennox, and especially by Muster. Try it again. Lichty on the corner left. Takes it, no good. Rebounded, this time by defense. Tegan Sturm. Sturm moving, gliding on the court. Stopped on the top. Ends it off over to Peters. Peters moving inside. No, pass it back out to Gertis. Gertis on the right, moving inside. Now it's all the way back up on top to Bosma on the right corner. Takes it for a 3, no good. Rebounded by offense. Sylvie Miller ball as Palmer will take it out. Bounce pass it into Paige Wordle. Now back to Palmer, trying to move fast as defense is coming up behind her. Loses the ball out of bounds. Palmer not happy about it. Neither is Lanky. Ends up back in the hands of the Orioles. Sturm will take it out. Moving right as Palmer will be on her on defense. Pass it in now to Gertis. Gertis, a handoff now to Muster. Muster moving on the inside the left. We'll take it in. We'll get it to go. Make it 41-16. Muster for 2 here tonight. Bounce pass to Palmer. Palmer on the right wing. Hands it over. Throws it over to Wordle. Now back to Palmer. Palmer takes a 3 on the right wing. We'll get it to go. A splash made by Jolie Palmer. I believe that's... I've only recorded her for... Actually, no. She went 0 for 2 on the line. That's it. As ball gets stolen by Paige Wordle. Make it 41-21. It's a 20-point game here tonight. Ball back in the hands of Peters. Throw it in on the left corner to Muster. Now back up on top of the wing to Bosma. Bosma will throw it over on the right wing. For a 3 by Peters. No good. Miller will take it. Miller, throw it over to Lichty. Lichty almost wasn't prepared for it. Bounce pass it in. This time to Sayang on the inside. No good, but she'll go up to the line. Sayang will take 2 shots tonight. Foul's going to be on number 24. Andy Peters, her second foul. First shot is up and no good for Sayanga. Second shot incoming. Take it. Hits the rim, but no good. Bounce passing it on the left corner. It's going to be Bosma. Now to Curtis. Now back in the hands. A loose ball action. Ends up back in the hands of almost. Back in the hands of Royals, but no, it's still going to be keeping it with Wordle. Wordle taking on the inside on the right. No good. Ends up back in the hands for the Orioles as Peters will take it. 4:47 left here to go in the third. Ball now back in the hands of Sturm. Now on top of the key. Feet on the Bulldog logo. Moving inside on the right. Handoff this time to Peters. Peters now to hand off to Gertis. Gertis now to Peters. Bounce passes it in. 7 seconds on the shot clock. We'll take it in. Muster thought about for a 3 on the corner for Sturm. No good. Ball out of bounds. It's still going to be for the Orioles. Substitutions coming in now. Kaylin Anderberg will sub in for Sayanga. As will Haley Wordle will sub in Grayson Wordle. Clock stop at 4:18. On the third, resume play. Ball stolen by Palmer. Bounce pass it in. Try to get it to, looked like it was supposed to be Haley Wordle, but no. Close in by defense by the Orioles in a quick grab. Ball now on the right wing. Now back up on top, this time in the hands of Sturm. Now to Bosma on the left wing. Now on the inside this time to Muster. Muster try to get it in. No good, but she'll go to the line to shoot. No, excuse me. It'll be Curtis. Foul's going to be on number 20. Paige Wordle, her first foul for the Rustlers. Actually, no. That foul is also going to be on Jolie Palmer, so there is a foul. There was a foul on Wordle. Up and no good by Curtis. Second shot incoming. Up and good. Splash in. Substitution. As Curtis will come out. With, I do believe, McVeigh will come in for her. So will Libby Kranz. Coming off on the bench tonight. Miller will have it. Anderberg on the right corner. Hands it back up. It's a Palmer. Now with Lichty on the inside right. Trying to get it a closer shot in. No good. She'll get fouled. I believe that's going to be on number 12, Bergen Muster for the Orioles. Push foul done by Muster. Lichty, first shot. Splash one for Lichty. Second shot incoming. Student section for the Orioles not letting up. Second shot, splash two, done by the 5'11" senior. Kranz. Now back to Kranz, almost got stolen, tipped out from Palmer. Now back in the hands of McVeigh. McVeigh. Now to Bosma. Bosma to McVeigh. Now back to Peters. Peters on the right wing. Now back up on top. Now on the left side. Moving in on the inside. Now it's going to be McVeigh for a three. Tried to attempt by Bosma. No good. Out of bounds by the Orioles. So it's going to be Miller's ball. Man-to-man defense here. Full court press for the Orioles. Bounce passes it in to Wordle. Now back up on top to Palmer. Almost got stolen. And to Haley Wordle. Wordle overthrows it in. Swatted by Oriole defense from Page. But she'll go to the line. Shooting foul is done by number 30, Carly Bosma. Her first foul. 2:57 left here to go. Wordle. In it goes for splash number one for the free throw line. She's been not too good here tonight for Paige Wordle for the free throws. Second shot incoming. No good. Now she's 1 for 4 here tonight. That got her recorded. McVeigh. Now hands it off into the corner. Now back up on the right wing. Try to be done by Peters. No good. Rebounded by the own ball. Back in the hands of the Rustlers. And Wordle on the ground with the ball. Throws it over. Try to get it over. No good. Ends up in the hands of Oriole ball. As Bergen Musser will get it. Bergen Musser, I believe she's got 14 points under her belt tonight. Outstanding work by her. This ball handling by the Rustlers ends up back in the hands of the Orioles as Andy Peters will get another shot in. Andy Peters, 8 points under her belt. 2:02 left here to go in the third. We'll have your fourth quarter action on the way just in a little bit. And over to Wordle. Now to Lichty on the inside. Gets it. Kate Lichty for 2. Substitutions. Or no, excuse me, timeout being taken. It's a half timeout, 30 seconds. We'll stay here. As like I said, we've been having some technical difficulties here tonight as our clean feed just gave out, and as well as our hotspot box has been heating up, and not in a good way. It's heated up, and yeah, it's bad. So the only thing that's really connected to the Wi-Fi is our iPad that's streaming this game. So yeah, that's stuff here tonight. Third world problems here tonight. All joking aside. 46-26 is your score. 20-point game here tonight inside Madison. SODAK 16 commences tonight. We have another game going on here tonight. As it's Sioux Valley versus St. Thomas More. That started at 2 or 5:30. Oriole ball. Gets it into McVeigh. McVeigh moving fast and kind of unprotected. Ends up back in the hands for the ball for the Rustlers. Palmer will get it. Lichty on the right wing. Now back to Palmer. Now to Anderberg on the left wing. Thinking about it. Ends up back up on top to Palmer. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 1:28 left on the clock. Back up to Paige Wordle. Throws it back up on top to Lichty. Lichty on the right wing to Palmer. Palmer into Anderberg on the inside. Takes it on. Palmer will take it on the three. No good. As Paige Wordle with the assist here tonight. Orioles, right corner, 3, no good, done by Gertis. Gertis saved by the Orioles. Try to give it to Niederbaumer, no good. Again, there's another game going on tonight. Sioux Falls Christians versus Groton area at Madison High School. That'll be next here tonight after this game. Other than that, Sioux Valley at St. Thomas More at Chamberlain High School. That was another game going on tonight at 5:30. Annenberg now on the left inside, throws it back out to Paige. Wordle on the left wing, throws it to Lichty on the right wing, takes it for a three. No good. Ends up back in the hands of the Rustlers. Throws it back up on top. Shot clock, no, is off. Paige Wordle now on the inside, takes a floater shot, in it goes. Paige Wordle for another 2 points. 12 seconds. She's got 11 points in her belt. 9 seconds left. Orioles want to get a score off of this